You know that scene in the movie Matilda when Bruce Bogtrotter was forced to eat that giant chocolate cake? Whilst you might be thinking that this is a harmless and delicious punishment, you are wrong. In this video, we will explore what would have actually happened to poor old Bruce, using mathematical concepts such as volume, rates, dimensions, conversions, measurements, and more. The mathematical concepts that we will be using are volume, percentage, rates and time, ratio, dimension, measurement, weight, capacity, and we'll also be making some assumptions. The first thing we looked at was the size of the cake. In the book, it is stated that the cake is 18 inches in diameter, or about 45 centimetres. When we looked at the scene from the movie, we came to the conclusion that the cake was 22 centimetres in height. When we paused the scene at a certain spot, we saw that there were 3 layers of regular cake within the whole cake. To find the weight of the cake, we had to find a recipe for the giant cake. These are the ingredients for just one layer from that recipe. 6 cups of fluffed flour, 12 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 4 teaspoons of baking soda, 4 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 cup of oil, 4 tablespoons of oil, 4 tablespoons of vinegar, 4 teaspoons of vanilla, and 4 cups of cold water. These are the weights of each of the individual ingredients. To find the total weight of the cake before baking, we added all the ingredients together. As you can see, it's a lot of cake. In total, before baking, one layer of cake would weigh 3,086.36 grams, or about 3.08 kilograms. That means that in total, our cake would weigh 9,259.08 grams, or 9.25 kilograms, before baking. We researched to find the percentage of the cake that would be lost while baking. This amount was 20%. To find out how much our cake would weigh after baking, we found 20% of 9,259.08 and subtracted that number from the total. This came to 7,407.26 grams. We then calculated how much icing was needed to cover the cake. The recipe that we followed called for the following ingredients: 3 cups of butter, 1.5 cups of cocoa powder, 12 cups of icing sugar, 6 tablespoons vanilla extract, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. The weights of each of these ingredients are as follows. After adding all these ingredients together, the total amount of icing needed for the cake was 2,591.4 grams, or about 2.59 kilograms. So, if we add the weight of the cake, 7,407.26, and the weight of the icing, 2,591.4, the weight of the finished cake is 9,998.66 grams. That's 9.998 kilograms of cake. Unfortunately for poor old Brucey, the human stomach can only hold 3 to 4 litres of food and water at any one time. This means Bruce's stomach couldn't have possibly held that quantity of cake. He would have exploded. Aside from overloading the contents of his stomach, Bruce wouldn't have been able to handle the amount of sugar in the cake. In total, after baking, there would have been 2,140 grams of sugar, including the icing. Another unfortunate ending for our boy Bruce. The body can only take 1,000 grams of sugar at one time. It's really not looking that great for him. The human body is a very smart and complex system, and it's great at recognising when something isn't right. Before Bruce could even eat half of the ginormous cake, his stomach would have recognised that it had too much food, and Bruce would have vomited in front of the entire school. Not only would he throw up from eating too much cake, his body would have recognised there was too much sugar in the cake, making him throw up once again. If Bruce did vomit a lot, he might have fainted, which would have caused him to fall forward into the cake, which would mean he couldn't breathe. Clearly, the Trunchbull was trying to kill Bruce, more proof that she is truly evil. Bruce would have hardly been able to finish 3 slices of the cake, let alone the entire thing. Through our calculations, we found that Bruce would have died if it wasn't for the amazing human body saving his life.